Priyanka Chaturvedi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, the appropriation bill was introduced in the Lok Sabha because Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, just before we started to speak on appropriation bill, spoke about New India. Just wanted to give an overview of how New India is functioning under the Bharatiya Janata Party since 2014. The appropriation bill was introduced in the Lok Sabha at 3:01 p.m. and passed by 3:04 p.m. Mere 3 minutes of zero discussion and an amount of 2,81,289 rupees was authorized to the Government of India to withdraw from the Consolidated Fund of India. In a similar pattern, we have seen how the farm bills were introduced, how the RTI amendment took place, how the Bharatiya Nyaya Sahita was passed, how the Jammu and Kashmir reorganization bill was passed, how the Muslim women's protection of rights was passed, and how UAPA 2019 and codes on wages were passed. And I can also quote a lot of these from 2025 itself, the monsoon session, how bills were passed within 4 minutes of introduction and presentation, ma'am. This is the new India which is throttling democracy as we speak, ma'am. Ma'am, the other part, my colleague Saket Gokhale ji was talking about PM Cares Fund, which does not come under any scrutiny. Now we have an economic stabilization fund. I would just like to tell Saket ji, just yesterday we saw Rajya Sabha election happen in various states. Perhaps the funds are now being called as horse trading funds to be able to buy and sell MLAs to get votes to ensure the stability of the Bharatiya Janata Party and its alliances through independent MPs using these very funds. That is why they are above scrutiny, ma'am. They have reduced the entire ethos of the parliamentary democracy through this mechanism by thwarting democracy as we see it. Ma'am, energy security funds, the economic stabilization fund that was spoken about, has taken 1 lakh crore, of which 57,381 crore is being appropriated through this bill alone. What is extremely shameful is that when it comes to our energy security needs, we haven't seen any preparation or any allocation through this particular economic stability fund to the challenges that we see as far as our energy security is concerned, ma'am. As of now, Strait of Hormuz, which is shut and is only allowing Indian ships to pass case-by-case basis, not like what Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji said, that there's a blanket approval that they have received, which has been corrected by the Ministry of External Affairs. 50% of our crude oil needs comes from Strait of Hormuz, ma'am. We are already seeing LPG shortage. Now, very soon we are going to see a shortage as far as fertilizers are concerned, which will lead to a problem for our farmers and our farming sector, ma'am. I want to know if the Economic Stabilization Fund is going to be utilized for this, and if it is going to be utilized for this, they need to be discussing this on both floors of the House, ma'am. Ma'am, the other thing I wanted to talk about the Economic Stabilization Fund, and I believe Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji mentioned Modi ji so many times, was perhaps because the Rural Development Ministry received no supplementary allocation in this bill. When we are running such important schemes within the Rural Development Ministry, such as Manrega, I'll just finish it in 1 minute, ma'am. Since we are running such important programs under the Rural Development Ministry, giving it no additional supplementary allocation is actually a shameful attempt to try and again economically disempower people living in the rural areas. With these words, I'd just like to end this, my little bit of intervention, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.